Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your monthly reading for July 2025. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in, Taurus. Listen, have you pulled up a chair? Are you sitting down? I'm going to give you a lot, okay? This is one of the biggest months for you of, I would even say, the past 7-8 years, okay? Now, this is a landmark month. First of all, we're halfway through the year. And remember what I said. The second half of 2025, very different from the first half. All right. This is definitely going to be, welcome to the paradigm shift. We're here. This is the month that everything changes. I'm trying to get comfortable myself. And to be honest, it's going to be a very unboring month. All right. I've told you that 2025 is the year of the Great Awakening. Yeah, you see what's happening here, right? And that's when you really feel it. You're going to really feel this in July. And it's the year of the snake. Don't forget that. Shedding skin. Out with the old, in with the new. I've been repeating that every month. So you have it in your consciousness and you're about to do it now, okay? And we're in the year of 9 as well. Remember, that's completion, fulfillment. But to be honest, it's preparing for 10. 2026 is the big year. All right. But what makes July insanely special and just bonkers is, remember, all the outer planets are changing signs in this compressed period of time that we've never seen in our lifetime. And the way that they're aspecting to, you can't trace that back in modern human history. You can't even trace. I'm sure it happened maybe 20,000 years ago, maybe 100,000 years ago. No, nobody has experienced what we're about to experience. This is really rare. All right. Nobody on this planet, because all these planets are also in new signs that we've never experienced, like Pluto in Aquarius. That's been 250 years. Neptune in Aries. It's been 164 years. And now Uranus and Gemini. Okay. So you can throw in Jupiter and Cancer. That just happened last month. That's 5 outer planets changing signs in within 6 months. Never happens. That does not happen in the signs that they're in and the aspects they're having with each other. All right. So why is this so life changing, especially for you? Is because the last of the outer planets that's changing signs is Uranus, okay? The planet of change. And Uranus is moving into Gemini and finally leaving your sign where it's been since 2018. So, first things first, July, off the charts, okay? Expect radical change. Yeah. Change is the only constant in the world, and you do see that the world is changing. So the magnitude of July is huge. In fact, it was like I pretty much was thinking about doing 2-part July videos for every sign because that's how much is happening in July. It is bananas. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to know that you're going to go through some really big change starting in July. All right. You're going to be connecting with others, really big ways. You're going to be completely reinventing yourself. You're going to be searching for deep meaning and purpose. And there's going to be a lot of doors opening for you. And to be honest, out of all the signs, Taurus, if you're here for career and money, whoa, like you're set. Okay. Now, here's the other thing. Remember, Saturn and Neptune are in Aries and they're conjuncting. So you're still feeling that inner leader that's coming out, that spiritual warrior. And you're going to be doing a lot of reassessing this month, a lot of connecting or reconnecting with your authentic self, because in July, your ruler, Venus, is going to be in 3 signs. When was the last time you saw that? We also have 4 planets going retrograde in July. Yeah, it's been a while. We have this insane new moon. All right. It's again, bananas, and this full moon that I really like for you. All right. And we only have 3 challenging aspects. How crazy is that? All of July. And there are enormously auspicious, one-of-a-kind, unique aspects, once again, we have not seen in our entire lifetime, and you're going to see that playing out strongly in July. Now, remember, the 4 C's of 2025, community, the collective, courage, consciousness, okay? So I told you that in the beginning of the year, you're going to see that play out big time, all right, this year. especially starting in July. And with Uranus moving into Gemini, Taurus, I'm going to throw in 4 more C's for you that you can expect, which is creativity, communication, collaboration, and commitments. So it really is an enormously big month. And the highlight obviously will be Uranus and Gemini. It's the highlight of the deck. It's the highlight of the century. That's how big it is. It's been 84 years since Uranus has been in Gemini. So unless you're over 80 years old, you have never experienced Uranus and Gemini. Everyone's going to experience change in different areas of their life because Uranus is the Great Awakener. It is the planet of breakthroughs. Okay. And remember, I don't know if you saw my last live stream. I said Saturn, the last of the traditional planets, right? That ancients knew of. Uranus was just discovered in 1781. That was thousands of years before the discovery of a new planet. It was unexpected, it was surprising, and it was a breakthrough. Uranus, by the way, very electric and eccentric and revolutionary, evolution, freedom, liberation, innovation, genius, novel, future forward, forward thinking, trend setting, independence, and of course surprises, the unexpected, and breakthroughs. Uranus is like a bolt of lightning, okay? And he does represent shifts in consciousness on a generational scale. Remember, he's in a sign for about 7-8 years. He's going to be in Gemini until 2033. And he is the sky god, right? Saturn's father. And he just does a lot better in Gemini, an air sign, than he does in Taurus, okay? Which, again, you've hosted Uranus, okay, since 2018. And when I say Uranus does so much better in Gemini, and I'll tell you why, okay? You are free. You are free now. Uranus has given you so many shakeups, so many breakups, so many instability and jobs and the way that you're feeling. And there's so much you were going through. Remember, you even went through your eclipse season. You have the nodes in your sign and Scorpio. Anyway, it's since 2018. So yeah, you felt that. But Gemini is a mutable sign. It's more adaptable. It's more flexible. Okay. Uranus and Gemini. Now that's your second house, Taurus. You're the native ruler of the second house. This is amazing for you. The second house is money and finances, income, salary. It's also material possessions, like your material assets, like things, like you're going to get a car or something, right? It's also self-worth, it's self-value, it's comfort. And food. There may be something here with food, okay? Are you a foodie? You're going to be taking a lot of selfies with food. That's the second house. But Uranus and Gemini, it's all about you and your innovations and your breakthroughs and your advancements in communication and the mind. That's Gemini energy. Yeah? Gemini is the mind. It's ideas and your creative revolution, writing, creative writing about food, body too. I mean, second house, but listen, anything online, by the way. Yeah, that's Gemini's realm. So internet stuff. You're going to be making money off internet stuff. Okay. Gemini is Mercury ruled, right? So think of Mercury, the merchant, mercantile, selling things. You're set. You're good already. And travel. You may be traveling a lot. You may be going on food tours. There's a lot of food stuff, just to let you know, for the next 7 years. But money, okay? Money, expansion in money, like just breakthroughs in money. And it's rebellious, okay? Uranus is a rebellious planet, and that's why it's breaking from the old. And this is helping you become your original, authentic self. Remember, this is your domain. This is your house, the second house, right? And so you will be reinventing yourself. It is Uranus, right? And so the other thing is, it's Uranus. So therefore there will still likely be breakups and shakeups and all those things in the next 7 years. But this is Uranus and Gemini, Uranus and Taurus, in terms of It just does so much better, and you're going to appreciate it. Okay. And what you're going to do also is you're going to realize or understand there are some things that you're going to break up, you're going to shake up, right? When it comes to you knowing what doesn't serve your higher self. Okay. Remember, self worth, self value, knowing your worth, right? I deserve a raise. I'm worth this much more. Okay. I'm actually quitting my job. I'm going to start my own business. I have all the tools. I know my worth. You're going to have big change. And I'm not even done. There's bigger things for you, okay? I'm going to tell you in a second, but you will definitely feel restless. Like, I got to do things. You're going to feel stimulated, brilliant new ideas, new circumstances, new opportunities, even new pursuits, okay? Exploring the new. That's the name of the game. That's Uranus and Gemini, all right? It's fast. It's exciting. Again, like night and day from you and Uranus and Gemini, okay? The very different. Remember, Gemini is an air sign. You're an earth sign. So it's different energies, different modalities. It's like Uranus and Gemini. You saw the movie Moulin Rouge. It's that really fast scene. Like compared to Uranus and your sign, it was like that slow song in the beginning of the movie. You're also going to be very social, by the way. Venus, you see, is going into Gemini as well, right? So that's a lot of Gemini energy because I'm not even done. But anyway, Uranus and Gemini, that's all about change. You're going to see it right away. And I did get a crown in my upper tooth, which is why I keep biting my tongue. So I got to do this though. Now, you throw in Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries. Remember, that's already happening. I told you. Everything that you are doing now this summer, okay, up until September, it's determining where you're going to be February 2026. So you've got to take that action this summer. You're getting a preview of what your life is going to be starting February next year. And a lot of that has to do with Saturn and Neptune conjunct in Aries, okay? Look at your older forecast on what that means for you, but generally it's out with the old, in with the new, that spiritual warrior. It's asking you to be that leader, that role model, that hero, that right? Be your own boss, BYOB. And then remember, you have Jupiter that just moved into Cancer too. All right, another cardinal sign. So there's this leadership energy. In tarot, by the way, Cancer is the Chariot card, and Aries is the Emperor. So you see where you are going with this, yeah? And Aries rules your 12th house. So this is a lot of spiritual energy. So a lot of you are going to be healers in some sort of modality, right? Whether it's spiritual healing, maybe it's like metaphysical, maybe it's divination, maybe you are going to become an actual doctor, therapist, nurse. Like a lot of that is happening, okay, for a lot of y'all, okay? Just letting you know. But again, it's just you being a lot more intuitive, a lot more spiritual. Like if you work at a corporate job, everyone's gonna be like, oh, we don't know what to do. Oh, let's go to Annie. She gives really good sage advice. Yeah? All right. So you know what's happening this summer. All right. Now, this is where it gets bonkers for you, Taurus. Remember, you got Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries, and they're going to be sextiling Uranus and Gemini now. Okay. And Pluto in Aquarius. And Uranus and Gemini will trine Pluto in Aquarius. 2 air signs. And this is a package deal. You can't talk about Uranus and Gemini without throwing in Pluto and Aquarius. And that's going to be for many years. But you're going to feel it strongly for the next 2 years, starting now. All right. And remember, they're at those early degrees between 0 to 2 degrees of fresh new beginnings. So when I say you're going to feel it in July, you're going to feel it in July. Package deal. Now, why is this a big deal for you? Because first, Uranus and Gemini, Pluto and Aquarius. Uranus is Aquarius's ruler. So Gemini is hosting Aquarius's planet, right? Is ruler. And remember, they're BFF. They get along. They're air signs, right? And Mercury is Gemini's ruler, right? Hermes, the messenger. He's fast. Mercury just happens to be the lower octave of Uranus. So when you have what's happening right now, which is so rare, when they're sextiling both Saturn and Neptune and Aries, again, the chances of us living through something like this, which is very auspicious, by the way, trines are so harmonious, so are sextiles. Remember, it's a window of opportunity for you all summer long. You just don't get that. This just never happens, okay? So we're lucky to live through this. And Uranus, the sky god, right? Hermes like this. He likes the sky. Just expect breakthroughs, especially of the mind. Mercury, yeah? Gemini's ruler, the mind, okay? That's where Uranus is going to be. And Pluto in Aquarius, by the way, Pluto is very psychological. So that's the thing. You're going to have a lot of breakthroughs, especially in ways you realizing maybe you were holding yourself back on many things, okay? You do have Saturn and Neptune and Aries in your 12th. That's just what happens. That's what's going to happen for you. And remember, this is your personal freedom anyway. That's Uranus and Gemini in your second, okay? Self-worth, self-value, building up that confidence, yeah? And here's the thing. Pluto in Aquarius is your 10th, yeah? So that is career, and that's fame. And that's, even if you're not here for career, it's how you want to be perceived. It's your public image, your reputation, whatever you're putting all your passion into, whether you're retired or not working. It's honors, it's achievements, it's leadership, it's all of that. So for the next few years, you are moving up the ladder because it's hitting your second house of income and your 10th house of career and fame. Like remember, you're going to be Robert Pattinson famous, Taurus. Anyway, the other thing is, this is all energy. I don't want you to forget that, like, all planets are energy, aspects are energy. We are energy. We're made of energy, right? We have biofields. I told you this, right? We're all connected. We're a human race. Pluto in Aquarius is humanity. All right. So this is all about your contribution to help the collective move forward. And for a lot of Tauruses, yeah, it's going to be through the work that you do. And spiritually, it's you got a lot happening. And that's the other thing. You don't have to do it alone. That's what I'm saying. We're all in this together. Okay. We're all moving the collective forward. This is part of the great ascension, the great awakening. Now, July, you're also going to do a lot of inner work. Yeah. We'll talk about that. All right. But just know you're going to have some breakthroughs here now. Big breakthroughs. Yeah. And I always say, especially with Uranus, use these planets. Don't let them use you. You always want to take advantage. All right. Uranus is actually attributed to the Fool in tarot, right? The Fool is card 0. And all of July, Uranus will be in Gemini at 0 degrees, which is the world axis. It's the degree of reset. It's great new beginnings. All right. So yes, just to make it very clear, Taurus, a lot of y'all are embarking on brand new journeys. There's a lot of big things that are happening for you. Major, okay? Major new things, especially with career or fame or the way that you want to be known, or, especially with income, salary, self-worth, self-value. And that's the thing. Even if you're not here for career or making money, let's say you are retired, it's still like you're still going to be doing something, right? You could be known as the, best seashell collector, at St. Pete's Beach, right? And you charge people money to take a photo of you because you're famous as the seashell collector. Whatever it is, there's something here for you. The other thing is Pluto natively rules your 7th house. That's Scorpio. That's your opposite sign. So yeah, there's an element of partnerships and relationships that's part of this storyline for you for the next 2 years. And again, you're going to feel it in July. And legal matters. 7th house is legal matters. And when I say partnerships, that can be one-on-one connections. Like, yeah, now, because you're getting so famous, maybe you're going to get an agent, right? And that's a partnership. And there's love. Maybe you're, with your significant other. Maybe a lot of you are going to get married. There's so much happening for you, Taurus. So many great things. Seventh house is legal matters too. I mean, there's a lot here. It is marriage. But anyway, just remember, you're getting a preview of what your life is going to be like from February 2026 and beyond. So please take action. All right. You have a huge window of opportunity, especially now. And the universe will it's going to be bearing you gifts all month long. All right. You got to go get them, because Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries, sextile Uranus and Gemini, Pluto in Aquarius, Uranus trine Pluto. Again, that is a big window of opportunity where you are cultivating this new you in this new reality that you're creating for yourself. You're turning your dreams into reality, because that's what Saturn conjunct Neptune is. And this four-way alignment, right? You can't trace back in history, modern human history, is so harmonious, and is forming this strong golden triangle at the degree of fresh new beginnings. So July, but August, and that's why I'm repeating this again. What's happening now, it's building up to something really big happening for you in August, okay? This rare signature of alignments, because that's when a lot of the perfections are. All right. And then Uranus trine Pluto. Yeah, you're going to feel it for the next few years. All right. The first two starting now until 2027, they're the most important. That's going to determine a lot. And that perfects July 2026. Now, I did a Saturn and Neptune video, okay, for all 12 signs. And I even had a little section, right? I did a little tarot readings for every sign, what you can expect for your sign for the next 2 years. I did a little section for July and August of 2026, because they're very big months. And as you know, time is just speeding up. We're already halfway through the year. So check that. I'll leave that at the end of the video or in the description box. You'll be able to find it. Anyway, Uranus just wants you to be your authentic self. And it seems like you will. And you're going to have it's just like, it's your house. The second house is your house. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of changes though. Keep that in mind. All right. That's, the other thing is, if you want to know what Uranus and Gemini means for the world, because it is, again, generational, it's about 7-8 years. I'll leave the July astrology overview I did at the end of this video. I might do another one with like my channel predictions as well, but just, your consciousness will expand. And that may be the big thing for you, Taurus, is because here's the thing. Gemini and Aquarius are two of the most open-minded signs. So when you have Uranus and Gemini trining Pluto in Aquarius, that's opening minds. So you're going to see things in ways that you never have, in like these profound new ways. And you will truly have breakthroughs. Like if you've been at like in terms of like maybe like making money or whatnot, you're going to have these bolts of clarity, thinking new ways of seeing things. Okay. You're going to be taking a lot more risks than normal too. And you're going to just see your life change before your eyes. That's just how Uranus operates in Gemini, which again is fast. And if you feel that things are moving a little bit fast, you do have Mars and Virgo, your BFF, fellow Earth sign like you, keeping things grounded. But okay, reassessing on the table big time for you. Yeah, because Saturn will be going retrograde. Neptune will be going retrograde. Mercury will be going retrograde. We'll talk about that. And Chiron will be going retrograde. So when you do the math, it basically is you and Aries that's going to do the most reflection this month, okay? And there's maybe 2 other signs out there with you, but anyway, Pluto, remember, is already retrograde, so that's a lot of retrogrades. We'll talk about that. Let's just dive in, okay? July 2nd. This is the exact midpoint of the year. Basically the decade too, but here's the thing. All right. It's not even on the whiteboard. I wanted to bring this up to you because we do have it's just this beautiful golden triangle, right? And the moon will be in Libra, by the way. How funny is that, right? In the middle of the year, Libra is all about balance. And anyway, the moon is going to be in Libra, and we have this air trine with the moon in Libra, Pluto in Aquarius, and Sedna in Gemini. And I will be doing that video on Sedna. It's been like almost 12,000 years. Okay. since Sedna's been in Gemini. This is a big thing because Sedna and Pluto, two dwarf planets, by the way, are all about the collective consciousness. So, as I've been saying since last year, you're going to see a lot of things that you've never seen in your lifetime, just as you have this year, all right? And Venus is still in your sign at this point. So, there is something here that's just this huge moment of clarity that you may have right out the gate, okay? Right at the beginning of the month, July 2nd, even with the moon in Libra in your sixth house, okay? That's everyday activities, that's work, that's health. Anyway, July 4th, Friday, one of the biggest days of the month, and it's loaded. It's a loaded day, so please pay attention to what I say here, all right? Because I'm not going to include this in your next week's forecast, okay? There's bigger fish to fry. Anyway, Venus is going to conjunct Uranus in your sign and at 29 degrees. I talked about this last week. We don't have to spend so much time here. And that's the other thing. I do drop these forecasts a few days before the actual month begins. So it doesn't even matter what day you're watching this video. You're feeling it. You're already feeling Venus conjunct Uranus because this is just the day it perfects. And so there's this buildup. Remember, 29 degrees is an anaretic degree. It's like a graduation. It's a peak moment. It's this culmination, a breakthrough. It's Uranus. A big surprising moment, unexpected moment, maybe a big breakthrough in terms of love or money, creativity, relationships, beauty, right? Venus, your ruler and your sign right now. So it's all about you. But the fact that you have Venus in your sign, there really is something here with love and money, okay? That could be a big breakthrough, unexpected. Again, you're building up to it, all right? You're going to be feeling it days after as well. So, yeah, there's going to be fireworks for you this day, all right? Pun intended, all right? Happy 4th if you're in the US. But anyway, it's really exciting because this feels like this parting gift after 7 years, right? After 7 years of Uranus being in your sign. And almost like an apology gift, like, oh, I'm so sorry I was in your sign for 7 years. But here's the other thing. Uranus will come back to your sign at the end of this year, all right? Just for a few months. And that's, 29 years. So it's almost like a check-in, like, hey, Taurus, how you doing, right? That's all, okay? So what makes this day even more bonkers, and you just can't make this up, and we usually talk about this in the second spread where we talk about fixed stars and asteroids and planetoids and lunations, but I got to tell you here. You've got Venus conjuncting Uranus, conjuncting the fixed star Alcyone, the brightest star in the Pleiades. Yeah, that's your constellation, Taurus. That's your constellation. So this is happening for the first time in 84 years. And it's all harmoniously aligning with Pluto, Saturn, Neptune. You're going to feel this. You're going to feel this. Okay? This is eminence and ambition and enlightenment. Yeah. All right? So just pay attention to July 4th. All right? Pay attention to this day. This is going to be big. It's all happening in your sign. So, and then you see Venus immediately moves into Gemini, right? So that's going to happen a few hours later. That's 0 degrees. And so this is going to be really fun. You're about to have one of the best months of your life. I mean, you're going to party. You're going to party. This is Venus and Gemini in your second. So Venus and Gemini is already fun, and it's social, it's flirty, it's curious, it's stimulating, affectionate, lighthearted. Venus and Gemini is very charming and magnetic, and it's taking risks and feeling free. But it's in your second house. Okay? What? So you're going to have a lot of fun. This is going to be your time. It's money and love and creativity, huge for you right now. Huge with Venus and Gemini. There's something really big here. Remember, Venus will be trining Pluto. You even see that here. So there's something here with career and partnerships as well. Don't forget, you have Jupiter in Cancer as well in your third. You're going to be signing contracts. You're going to be launching new businesses. Like, There's things you're doing. All right. And yeah, you're going to be traveling. You're going to be traveling. All right. Venus and Gemini is just, oh, it's fun. And it's like belly laughs. It's like dad jokes. It's silly and it's fun and you're going to love it because it is in your second house. So there is a sense of like, you're really going to treat yourself. Okay. And I really want you to. It feels like you're going to meet a lot of new people. Oh, this is going to really, it's going to be very nice for about 3 weeks. All right. Now, this is, and I'm not even done. Actually, you're not even done either. So, yeah, I told you Venus is going to conjunct Sedna, planetoid, right? And Alcyone, fixed star, and Aldebaran, yeah, and Hygeia. So, do you see that there's so much happening in that Gemini area of your chart, which is once again your house and has all its finances, its love, its creativity, it's what your heart desires. You have a lot happening here in that early degree point. So there is a big storyline that's happening for you all month, okay? All year. And the same day, Neptune goes retrograde. What? So yeah, July 4th, again, really big. And this is fine. I think that you're going to like this, Neptune retrograde. It's just the big thing you're going to be going through is like, am I grounded in the reality? Yeah, with my dreams and my ideals, and really thinking about like, what is the role that I want to take on as a spiritual warrior, visionary artist, role model, whatever it is, right? It is in your 12th house. So you're going to be really connecting spiritually. Now, here's the other thing. Again, we usually talk about the second spread, but if you're a subscriber, you know I will bring this up when this happens. So the moon will be in Scorpio. All right. And if you're a subscriber, you know I always say there's a little bit of a kick with a moon in Scorpio. All right. A little bit of intensity. And that's going to be all weekend. Yeah. And that is your opposite sign, Taurus. So you are definitely going to have your mind, and everything is going to be all about love, business, money, intimacy, and transformation all weekend long. Okay? Like deep. Signing contracts, marriage, all of that's going to be a big thing for you. Okay? And Jupiter, by the way, not aspecting at all this month. At all of July. Planetary wise, okay? Because we'll do with like lunations and all those, All right. Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing Jupiter up today is because Jupiter is actually going to be at its degree of exaltation. And so Jupiter will also trine the moon. What? So you have Jupiter in Cancer where it's exalted in your 3rd, but also your 11th and your 8th. Yeah? Trining the moon in Scorpio in your 7th. So what does this even mean for you? It means that over this weekend and even Monday and Tuesday, you're going to have this really moving, feel-good energy, heightened intuition, but this depth, like I'm seeking these deep, meaningful connections, relationship building. It's going to be big. Also wealth, money, okay? Wealth building for you as well. Again, I would not be surprised if there are friends in the mix as well. As in terms of like, just be social this weekend. If you're single, they could be introducing you to the one. And there's a lot happening for you because Saturday, the moon in Scorpio will conjunct Juno, which has, remember, Juno, she's all about partnerships, relationships, contracts, personal relationships, like your relationship with your private chef, your wedding planner, whoever. Juno, who is Jupiter's wife, that's how much of a big deal Juno is. You've got this water trine this day on Saturday. Now, you're going to feel emotionally moved on a whole other level in terms of you're going to be thinking about your future and long-term commitments, whether it's work, career, whether it's love. There's something here, all right? A lot of emotional energy, all right? We do have a water trine that day. Sun in Cancer, Moon in Scorpio, North Node in Pisces. So you're definitely going to be thinking about your life purpose, like I said. Oh, yeah. And money and career, because you have that mini triangle with Venus and Gemini, Pluto and Aquarius, Saturn and Neptune, Aries. But you also have a fire trine with Mercury and Leo. Remember, that's all month. Mercury's in Leo all month. That's your fourth house. And you've got Jupiter in Cancer. So there's a lot that you're having conversations about with home and real estate. Maybe you're buying property. Maybe you're thinking of moving. Maybe you're thinking of selling your place. Maybe there's something happening with your significant other, parents, children. Anyway, you've got Mercury in Leo with Ceres in Aries. Remember that nurturing energy in Aries. So that's why a lot of y'all are thinking about healing in some way, right? Like becoming therapists, acupuncturists, Reiki healers, whatever is, there's something big here because it's also going to be with the fixed star Taurus. All right. And that is a royal star. And that's all about mastery. Okay. That's courage. It's a warrior star in the Scorpio constellation. So once again, and by the way, if you are new to my channel, I do prediction videos. I channel clairvoyant, psychic, whatever you want to call it. I do that in live streams. Okay. So that's a whole other thing. And I am at 100% accuracy since I started doing it publicly. I'm not saying that to like, it's more like I trust the information I get. But if you're a subscriber, if you saw that one video where I channeled that message of 525 BC, which I had to Google, I was like, what's going on? When Venus, your ruler, passed over Taurus, yeah? Again, in the Scorpio constellation, your opposite, that occultation, which is, it just obscured the star from view, yeah? It's not going to happen again until 2400. That's how rare this is, all right? There's passion, like really great passion and courage, but they will conjunct, okay, in December. So Venus will conjunct on Taurus in December of this year, the time of the full moon in Gemini, and a Mercury-Uranus opposition. And Uranus will be back in your sign at this point. So big storyline happening for you this year. Now, July 6th, you got Venus, sextile Saturn and Neptune in Aries. This is big. There's something here where just go do something. Just be social. It's Venus and Gemini in your second. Go treat yourself. Venus is beauty. Go get a spa treatment. Get a massage. Get one of those new, what's the trend? I don't know, goldfish facial. I don't know. What, a peanut butter facial. Do you. You do you. But as I'm saying, this is Uranus and Gemini. It's like thinking different. It's, you know what I mean? Like, go to you. Just be social. You still have a lot of that energy of that serendipitous, like, right place, right time, like that kind of energy, that was kismet moment. So I really love this because you've got your ruling planet, Venus, a planet of money, right? And love in your second house, money, with Saturn, all about the long-term commitments, it brings that stability. So there's something here with money, relationships, creative projects. You're taking it to a whole new level. Or you might become the authority. You may be becoming like a father or boss, and there's something here for you. All right. Neptune bringing in that imagination, compassion. And, you know, Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. So when they sextile, you've got this huge window of opportunity here. I would just please be inspired. Please do something to feel inspired. Go to a gallery, put on some, you know, music. I always talk about that. That's happening at 2 degrees. That's your degree. That's the Venus degree. You're going to love this. You're going to feel it. So please take action. It's a sextile. You've got to take those inspired actions, and it just, you get something out of it. Now, and honestly, you've got a big window here up until like the 9th. Okay. If you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your wife or for your husband, Larry, or your kid, Michael, all the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, they're going to feel this the most. If you have any planets in your natal chart, if you know your birth chart, 0 to 4 degrees in any of the fire or air signs, the fair signs, you're going to feel this the most. Now, July 7th, obviously the big day. Uranus moves into Gemini. You're going to feel this, okay? You're going to feel this. We'll talk more about it next week. Stuff that I didn't talk about yet for your sign, including the lower expressions of Uranus and Gemini for you. Just know you're reinventing yourself, okay? That's the main thing here, all right? Being your authentic self. Now, same day you see Venus trine Pluto. Love, money, huge, okay? This is rare. It only happens twice a year. Use this, okay? Creative projects as well. Venus and Pluto, they're both all about love, relationships, and money and finances and investments. And remember, you have Uranus trine Pluto now too, officially. So there's something here for y'all that is very, very relationship heavy. It can be love, career, or, one-on-one connection again. But also there's big time money energy here happening, okay? Big time investments is going to be on your mind. There's going to be something that you're going to be doing. You may be asking for a raise. Perfect time, right? Because this is Venus and Pluto. This is your ruler in your second house of money, and Pluto in Aquarius in your 10th house of career. And again, natively your 7th house. So you'll be launching a business with someone. But either way, you're going to be very commanding. Yeah. Impressing people. It's exciting. It's mentally stimulating because it's 2 air signs. Deeply profound, right? Is how you're going to feel. Again, seeking deep connections, electric connections as well. And if you are single, please, this is a really big window for you. All right. Put yourself out there. All right. But Uranus wants you to do things new and break the mold. All right. So I don't know, go to the karaoke bar, sing some Nirvana. There's going to be someone in the audience. You looking for the soulmate? He's right there. You looking for an investor? Oh, the one at the bar. You just never know. Right place, right time. Okay. Divine timing, all of that. Now, the other thing is that you are, and this is the same thing for the last aspect. Okay. Air signs, fire signs, and then planets 0 to 6 degrees. I'm giving it a wider orb. All right. The reason why you're really going to feel this, Taurus, is because the moon will be in Sagittarius, which does rule your 8th house. And there is also like this huge fire trine. It's just like there's so much happening every day in July. But for you, the 8th house is investments. It is wealth building. It is relationship building. So it's all happening at the same time with Venus and Pluto. So you will feel this, okay? And you're going to have a huge shift in perspective. You're going to feel it around this time in the way that you see certain things. And by the way, if you do watch my channeling prediction live streams, you know I did say pay attention to July 3rd to July 7th. Now, July 10th, you got that full moon in Capricorn. We'll talk about it in your weekly forecast. I like it. It's got this great alignment with the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo, even trining Mars. There's something here where you're having a lot of fun, okay? You're having a lot of fun. This full moon definitely going to illuminate something for you, but the main takeaway from this full moon, and again, we'll talk more about it next week, you're just getting serious about your long-term goals, okay? Structure, stability, okay? It's a Saturn-ruled full moon. Now, and it is in your 9th house. So there is something very spiritual about this full moon for you, especially because remember, Saturn is in Aries in your 12th. So you have that overlap there, which is very spiritual. It's very like nebulous, beyond the physical plane, healing, a lot of self-healing here. Cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn will feel this full moon the most. Now, let's skip that. Oh, that's a good one for you, but we'll talk about it next week. Okay, so July 12th, Saturday, you've got Saturn retrograde, okay? Now, some planets that go retrograde, like Mercury, you really feel it on the bookend. So I think you're really going to feel this. It is in your 12th house, though. So again, you may feel it subtly, but you may also feel it like it might be like this deep soul searching that you're doing around this time, because remember, Neptune's retrograde in Aries. So you got the 2 planets in Aries retrograde now, right? So that's like, am I grounded in reality? But this Saturn is like you asking yourself, am I putting too much restrictions, limitations on myself, right? Do I have a realistic approach for my future? Okay. It's just you reevaluating your long-term goals, structure, discipline, leadership, all of that. But I feel that there's going to be something bigger for you here. It is your 12th house. Remember, Saturn is karma. Okay. So thinking about your karma, your karmic journey. Now, you also have, oh gosh, okay, I'll tell you this. July 13th, Venus will conjunct Aldebaran, all right? And that is also your star. It's in the Pleiades. And Venus is in Gemini in your house, the second house. And Aldebaran is all about like riches and honors. And you have the planet of money, your second house of money. So there's just something here for you this month. It's not even, okay, so let's just keep going, okay? I'm going to get to July 17th. You see Mercury sextiling Venus and Gemini. Amazing. There's something here with money and home, okay? Money and home. Big. You may have a big conversation around this. July 17th, or food. July 17th or the 18th, depending on where you live, because Mercury's going retrograde officially in Leo just after midnight, okay? We'll be retrograde until August 11th. Yes, we all know Mercury retrograde. We go through it 3 to 4 times a year. I don't have to talk about it. You know what to expect: miscommunication, crosswires, travel delays. But I have said I do like this Mercury retrograde for a Mercury retrograde because it's in Leo. And there's something here, okay, for you, where it seems like people from your past will come back, especially family, something with family related, okay? They're just maybe something you reconnect on. I don't know. You may get a DM from them. There may be something here, maybe something with neighbors too. But either way, or you thinking about, yeah, very nostalgic energy. All right. So just keep that in mind. Now, because Mercury in Leo is in your 4th house, there may be something you may be going back to, like a former home that you used to live in. Anyway, here's the other thing is that Mercury will be in retrograde until August, right? But then August 11th, but then we'll go direct, okay? In August. Remember, August is hugely big and important, especially for you Taurus, all right? Please take action in July to even where do you want to be in August? August, I can't even stress how big of a month it is, all right? Now, a lot of you are going to have, all right, anyway, fixed signs. I was going to say a lot of you are going to have a lot on your mind, conversations, and even actions around your domestic sector, okay? Home, family, real estate, etc. Now, fixed signs, that would be you, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Gemini, and Virgo, I'm throwing in, will feel Mercury retrograde the most. Now, Sunday, July 20th, you got Mars conjunct the South Node. I don't know how I feel about this for you. There's something here where you're going to feel it days before, days after. Actually, to be honest, a lot of you are going to be feeling it like a week before. Yeah. It will square Venus. You see Mars square Venus. That's going to happen too. But Venus being in Gemini, and the reason I bring this up is because while this happens, the moon will be in Gemini. Again, that is your second house, right? So therefore, the moon will conjunct Uranus. The moon will also conjunct Venus. There's something that's really, really good for you. But then at the same time, there's something you really have to let go. Okay? It's like, but again, the way that I see it for you, because it is your 5th house where you have Mars and the South Node, it's almost like you've outgrown something. Yeah? Something that used to bring you fun. It just feels like there's this, it's no longer necessary for my journey moving forward. Okay. The other thing is it may be the ending of a relationship where you find no more pleasure, and it could be with a partner, creative partner, or it could be something that you I don't know, maybe you used to like make Cheetos, and now you're just like, I don't find this fun anymore, because all these other changes are happening in your life, Taurus. Okay. And so there's something here. Virgo also just natively rules health. Is there like a habit or a lifestyle
choice or whatever. It just, Mars is going to be like a laser this day, is all I'm saying. Okay. He's going to be like a spear. He's going to say, you got to let this go. Yeah. So just start planning for this. It is your 5th house though. So it's the South Node, right? So you want to leave things in the past. It's like, I've learned my lesson. You know what I mean? But, and also there may be something here with work, like colleagues or employees where they're let go, you let them go, things like that. Okay. Now, the other thing here is that it's a South Node, as I was saying, but it's happening while Mercury is retrograde. So when I see what's happening for you, the chances of former partners coming back in some way, shape, or form, they email you out of the blue, you got a letter from them in the mail, it is Mercury, right? So that may happen. All right, just letting you know. But it really is all about what you need to let go. If you're still thinking of an old relationship, gotta let it go. If you've got, something here with a creative project that you've been working on for a while, but now you just had a baby or something and you don't have time and you want to start that mom blog anyway. So I don't know, gingerbread house you've been working on for 2 years. Like, it's just like, okay, let's just let it go, right? There's something you got to let go, and it's going to be bigger than a gingerbread house. All right, Taurus, I'm just letting you know. You've got the North Node in Pisces anyway. Remember, that is your purpose. That's your, mission statement. That's your 11th house of your future hopes, which is long-term goals. So you see, you have a lot of investment on your future. That's why I don't know how I feel about this Mars South Node in Virgo for you. It feels really easy compared to some other signs. That's all I'm saying. But I'll dig deeper because there's so much happening on this day. Mars will be sextiling Juno, so there truly may be something here with marriage. All right. Just letting you know. All right. Now, or legal matters. And then the other thing is, and remember, every Taurus is different. Okay. So Tuesday, July 22nd, we officially enter Leo season. The sun rules Leo. So this is fun. Yeah. And remember, Leo is like, it's theatrical, it's drama, it's, you know what I mean? It's your stage. Okay. This is the spotlight. This is a time you're going to show off your talents. And it's all about you. That's a sun in Leo. It's all about you. You're not a backup dancer. Okay. You're not a backup singer. You're not an extra. This is your show that you're running for the next 4 weeks, especially when it comes to home, family, and real estate, and your ancestry and your roots. Anyway, Sun in Leo, amazing. It's amazing. All right. It's fun. It's exciting. Huge focus also on fun and pleasure and joy. And, family, children is going to be a big thing for you. All right. Big focus there. Romance, big focus there. There is an element of, it's just very inspiring. Okay. You feel inspired, energized. It's the sun. Huge surge of confidence here, especially in the home sector. Again, there is a touch of fame here for you, especially with Pluto and Aquarius at the same time. Something here. You may get recognition in the next 4 weeks. The other thing is, that same day, the sun in Leo will sextile Uranus in Gemini. So right off the bat, you're getting something surprising, okay, when it comes to money or food, okay? This is your second house. Or comfort, or, maybe a gift certificate to a spa. Who knows? It's your second house. Or it's you doing something, okay? You're going to have a big breakthrough. Now, July 23rd, you see that Venus will square Mars. We'll talk about this, okay, in your weekly forecast. I actually don't mind it. I like this one. Honestly, just if you're taking notes, because I know a lot of you take notes, just this is the day where you're going to ask yourself, like, are my desires met? Mm-hmm. If they're not, you're going to take action. It's Mars. That's all it is, all right? Especially with what your heart desires, etc. Yeah, and then there's a lot happening with you for home. All right, there's so much like achievements, long-term goals, success. You got that new moon in Leo, July 24th, and your 4th house at home and family. A lot of y'all are doing things at home, expanding the home front. Very possible. Seeing family, go on trips. Remember, you still have Jupiter in Cancer, even though it's not aspecting, it's still there, right? And there's just this overlap of home and family for you, with relatives and siblings and travel. Maybe you're getting a car. Maybe you're getting a new car too. But did I say that? I think y'all are getting new cars. Some of y'all. The other thing, or a bike. You've got this new moon in Leo at 2 degrees. I mean, and that's the other thing. Yeah, sure. Mercury's retrograde. It doesn't matter. You can still set intentions, put wheels in motion. Pun intended. No pun intended. But anyway, I'm going to walk you through this when we get to that week. There's literally 5 incredibly rare and auspicious aspects that are happening this day that's really amplifying this new moon. Like, I honestly would not be surprised if a lot of y'all are moving or moving in with someone, like someone you've been dating. Now you're living together, or letting your cousins stay with you, or vice versa. There's just something here. Okay. Taking a trip with family. There's something here. Getting married. There's something here. All right. The sun will be opposite Pluto, as you see. We'll talk about that. Just avoid extremes. It's bigger than that. You're obviously going to be affected as a fixed sign, just as the sun in Leo and Pluto in Aquarius. The other big thing for you see me like scrolling and scrolling. Venus moves into Cancer. That's really great on July 30th. And then we do have a Mercury Cazimi at the end of the month. I love that Mercury Cazimi. I love it. Oh, you are going to have some big moments. Okay, this is a big month for you, Taurus. It's one of your best months, as long as you're okay with change. I mean, you are a fixed sign, but still, you love comfort more than, you rule comfort. So let's see what's cut off for you. Let's see what's going on for you for July 2025 for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Yes. Taurus. I was just thinking, like, that would be a great name for a car, right? The Honda Taurus, the Toyota Taurus. Isn't that already name a car? I don't know. Anyway, come on. Y'all crack me up. Stop it. I do a traditional call to cross spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, yeah. Okay, we will. I don't know where to put this. All right, I need my glasses, to be honest. Okay, I love y'all. All right, so, okay, Taurus. Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna have to clarify some things here, because you are interesting. I mean, you're good. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, the King of Wands. Y'all, listen, here's the thing. You've already moved into, after what happened, and even in like mid-May, even in June, you've already, ascended in career and your passions. You're feeling it. He's he's the fun king too, the King of Wands. I mean, that is epitome of fire. Wands are fire. And he is an entrepreneur, okay? But even, again, if you're not here for any of that, he's the most transformative king. Like, you've been on this quest to transform your life in any way, shape, or form, especially in home, okay? As in, maybe now you want to get settled down. If you're single, maybe you want to meet someone, or maybe you have met someone, or maybe you are having a kid, or whatever it is. This is a big leader, but he's Leo, which is, again, fun. All right. But remember, Leo rules your 4th. Yeah. So home and family. But Leo natively rules the 5th, which is an element of fun and family and having kids. So either way, it's still one. So there's still something here for career. But this is amazing. There's this, you're already feeling that confidence moving into July. Now, so much confidence. You have the 7 of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. This is your card, right? You're gonna have to make change. That's all I'm gonna say. You have this confidence to get to a point where you're asking yourself, wherever you are in your life, you're gonna ask yourself this month, is this enough? Okay? Is there more for me? You have Venus, your ruler, moving into Gemini, your house. Okay? You have Uranus moving there too. Those breakthroughs. Okay? So whether it's work, whether it's making money, whether it's something in your physical world, because that's what pentacles are, your physical realm, like a relationship, you will have a moment and you're gonna have to answer. Okay? And it looks like you want to, there's more. I mean, you got the Three of Wands in your crown. I call it the green light card. You're ready to go out there. You're ready to explore, do new things anyway, right? You see it's all sky here. What do we say? The sky's the limit. So, yeah. You see how he's kind of looking back at everything he's worked on. And, yeah, I said investment's going to be a big thing for you. What have you invested your time, energy, heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears into? Is it enough? And if it is, if you think it is, that's great. That's wonderful. Okay? But you still want more. Okay? That's all I'm saying. You have temperance in your Tom's area. Just avoid a little bit of extremes. Yeah? And believe in yourself is a big message coming through. Here's the thing. Temperance is an archangel who is saying, I've got you. You're good. You're great. Okay? You don't have to worry. You don't have to stress. It's okay taking risks. Yeah? Just don't look at the past anymore. Look toward the future. All right? You're definitely going to do some reassessing and people from your past maybe coming back, but it's all about moving to the future. Okay? That's all it is. And so temperance is saying, you're going to be fine. You're on a path. You're going to reach your finish line. I'm going to help you get there. All right? Live in the moment. Enjoy the moment. Okay? And again, not doing things to excess. Yeah, maybe a big thing with Venus moving into your second house, because Venus likes to, very social, very luxury, getting 30 spa treatments in a day, that kind of thing. That's Venus in your second. But, and it's Gemini. So it's also very social, very chatty, being up out, all night at the, wherever you go. Anyway, a lot of y'all already started. That's the other thing. A lot of y'all already started something new, and you may have a moment of was this the right choice? Okay, just letting you know, because you also have the Nine of Swords and the root of your spread. There's something where you maybe just you're just at the end of the day. Just please take that time out to say, is this enough? And if it's not, I will make it. Okay, I will make it enough. Because I believe in myself. I know that's going to happen. You have the Six of Swords. So there you go. There's an affirmation. Look at my finger, right? On the turbulent water, look at the direction they're going. There's no undulation. So that's going from chaos to calm, right? And look at all that protection here. The swords in front of the boat. And the ferryman with that family towering over them, right, taking care. So there's harmony here. It's you don't have to stress. It's once you move forward, you're going to be fine with these two swords. It does seem like there may be someone else involved too. Okay. But at the end of the day, it's all about your comfort. And I want you to find comfort. Are you actually, did you see your last week's reading? Okay. So yeah, for a lot of y'all, it may be through July, if there's something new that you've expanded or started or even just explored, you may just take a moment. Is this enough? Is this what I want? Is this bringing me value? All of that. Let's get to your stuff. I'll pull some clarifiers. Taurus, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. It's a big month for you. It's a really big month. I love y'all. All right. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. You're good. You're fine. You're good. You got another king. You got the King of Swords. Right there. Okay. He's a big decision maker. This is someone who's a really good communicator. This is someone who has really good beliefs. This is someone who has a lot of power. It's the King of Swords, right? Swords are really powerful. with great power comes great responsibility. But he is brilliant, very strategic, and is very honest with himself. Okay. And so take that time. Take that time. Move in that direction with that Six of Swords. All right. Any decisions that you have to make, spend some time up here on the breakthroughs that you need. Okay. Especially with career, money, and things that you've invested your time and energy with. But yeah, I love that. And then you have the Six of Pentacles. I love that too. You've got these two sixes. Okay. Six is like harmonizing. Yeah. All right. And there's so much comfort in both of these cards. You have that Six of Pentacles in your external factors area. So there is something here that could be like really moving in terms of there's this support all around you. Yeah. It's just when you're looking backwards, when you have your hands over your face, you can't see it. And you've got to move forward too. You've got to move forward. And then you're going to move in that direction. And you're going to see if you're seeking support, it's here. All right. If you're the way, you could be you. It could be you that's, supporting others and helping others after you've had this a moment of clarity. Yeah. With these swords. But I really love this because this is all about like generosity, but also like generosity of spirit, because it is what I always say, inspired action. Okay. It's those inspired actions that you take that make the difference. And it seems like there is going to be someone there for you. You also have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you want your life to change. It's clear to say here, and you're going to have it. You just got to move forward. You have the Page of Cups in your final outcome. So a lot of you are going to pursue something new. Okay. Something, it's like you're following your heart now. Okay. It's cups, love, emotions, feelings, intuition. You're going to feel very intuitive this month. Especially around that full moon in Capricorn too. I feel like that's going to illuminate a lot for you. Someone's coming into your life as well. It could be something in business, it's a new lover. I mean, he does wear his heart on his sleeve. And it could be some like, fresh new energy that you needed. It could even be, like I said, like an employee that you're hiring that you've been like, I need help and support, assistance. It's there. It's coming, right? The other thing is that there may be something that the Page of Cups, like huge messenger, right? So there could be a message coming through that you needed to hear. Remember, there's a little bit of that nostalgic energy with all those retrogrades, Mercury retrograde. What was I going to I wanted to see that Seven of Pentacles. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah. I mean, you see that you're really good here, right? It's just that was just like, come on. There's got to be, when you ask yourself exactly what I told you to ask yourself, okay, is this enough? Is all of that? You see that it is. You see what's on the other side. This is power. This is controlling your destiny. It's the Emperor. What I say about the Emperor, right? There's a leader here. The big old leader with the world in his hand. He's got that Egyptian Ankh and the other, this driving life force within you. And then power. It's just power. It's empowerment. He lays down the laws. This is you becoming a lot of home energy too. He is the dad of tarot, by the way. So there could be something here. Yeah. And it's just masculine energy. So it could be like parental role. But there's also something here with career that's just so obvious, right? Yeah. I mean, this is true self-empowerment, okay? It's also mastery of self. He is Aries. So you're actually really good. It's just, there's something here. You may have a moment, okay? Ask yourself, is it enough? Is this going to bring me joy and pleasure? Because you know that there's so much waiting for you on the other side. You have the Emperor, you have that Six of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords, moving in the right direction. Even if there's something that was, maybe there, with that Nine of Swords here, whatever it was, once you face it, then you've done it. That you get your power back, yeah, instead of avoiding it. And then here, it's just like, yeah, it happened, but I'm still moving forward, right? So, and I'm just saying because that's a little bit of stuck energy, that I'm picking up. But trust yourself, avoid extremes, and just, I think I said this last week, like, you can't plant a seed and expect a tree the next day, right? So There's some of that too, because I'm thinking about your last week's reading as well, and even what's happening for you last week. And even, we did have that, right? The new moon in Cancer. So anyway, um, this is just saying things may take time, and the things that you've been working on, new things that you may be working on, yeah, that you may have a moment of clarity. Honestly, like asking yourself, is this enough? Does this make me feel that I'm valued? Does this, all of that? Anyway, let's break it down week by week. So the first week of July, we have Venus. Well, we have that Venus-Uranus conjunction in your sign. That's kind of like the biggest thing. And then, Uranus and Venus will be moving into Gemini. All right. Those are the main things. You got the sextiles, you got the trines too. Let's see what's going on for you for the first week of July. Yeah, you got to really, there you go. Go deep. Go deep. What's going to bring you this joy, this pleasure, this fun that this whole month you're moving into, right? What is the thing that you have to really like go deep to realize, like what's no longer necessary on your path? Or is there a path that you're on that you're like, I'm going to change this up completely? Go deep. My hermit, it's all about, like I said, you got that light inside you. Same thing with the hermit. He doesn't need that lantern. He don't need it. Light's inside him, okay? It's inside you. He can see into his future with that lantern, but you can only see so far with lantern light. When you go within, when you trust your intuition, it doesn't even matter because you're living in the moment, just like the hermit, okay? So that's the other message here. You see his staff like plunked right in the earth, okay? So even though he is, think about his future. He's already made a lot of achievements. He's still grounded in the present. So stay in the present, enjoy the moment, just like Temperance in your challenge area is saying. Yeah. All right. Second week, and you're going to learn and discover a lot about yourself. Second week is, the main thing is the full moon in Capricorn and Saturn going retrograde. Let's see what's going on for you for the second week of July. That's going to help. Okay. Perfect. Queen of Wands. It's almost like that's when you have that moment of clarity, and then, it opens up your heart, especially in terms of like self-love as well. It feels really good. And there is this, she's just so empathetic, and she has all this love for everybody in her kingdom and all this self-love too. It all starts with self-love, right? She is so intuitive as well. Remember, everyone has intuition. It's a matter of connecting with it. That makes all the difference. So you got these two cards that are just very like, they know who they are. They've gone within that, so, all right. Now, and that may actually, looking at what's happening for you, Taurus, that may be the thing. You've had Uranus in your sign for so long. It's almost like, what's changed? Yeah. You're going to feel things change differently. And so, you also have Saturn and Neptune in Aries in your 12th house, which again, spirituality, all right? Rest and retreat too. It's really going within. Let's see what's going on for you the third week. Third week, Mercury will go retrograde. Okay, and then the Mars South Node conjunction. Those are kind of like the big things. Yeah. All right. So, actually, we do go into Leo season too. Okay. Let's see what's going on for you. Third week of July. This is when everything starts. That's when it's midweek, mid-month. That's when everything starts. And it makes sense here. It makes sense. You need that time to figure out, like, okay, so perfect. You got the Magician. You can expect this brand new beginning. Brand new era, brand new you, brand new journey, all of that. The Magician, okay? The first card, right? In the major arcana. You're starting this new journey. But it's with the actions that you take. The Magician is an active card, okay? And hand to the sky, hand to the ground, as above, so below. This is it. You got all tools of tarot at your disposal. You get to choose your path. And he does have the infinity symbol over his head. It's like he knows. It's that infinite possibilities. You've got it all. You can have anything you want. as long as you take that action. Okay. Really nice. Really, really nice. You can expect some big new things. Now, last week of yeah, we have that new moon in Leo. That's big. Venus moving into Cancer. And because Venus is moving into Cancer, you know that you're going to have the Venus-Jupiter conjunction in August. Yeah? There, you may be signing something. It's in your third house. Let's see what's going on for you. You got the Mercury kissing me as well. Let's see what's going on for you the last week of July. You got the Chariot. Yeah, you're good. So you're just, it's that one thing, but what makes it really hit home is that it's your card. It is a Taurus card. It's the Seven of Pentacles. So it's the last decan. But here's the thing. You've got even like the two cards I told you about, like the Emperor and the Chariot. The Chariot is just, he's not turning back. It's like this new thing happens for you. You have these moments, and it could be like really big emotional moments too. I told you you're going to go through a lot of like waves of emotion as well, but it's like really good for you. Okay. It centers you. It puts you in the place where you need to. Everything lifts up here, right? Like the mind is a powerful thing. It's finally, letting things go that may have been, holding you back. And anyway, new beginning, and then just whoosh. Let me show you something here. Look at the jump. You go from the Magician to the Chariot. Look at what the Charioteer is holding. The Magician's baton. Like, you're not stopping. You're not stopping. And that's how much this worked, okay? And that's how much you've learned already on your journey. You're learning fast. That's what Uranus and Gemini is on this new journey of yours. And it doesn't matter which direction you go, all right? And that's another thing with Uranus and Gemini. Remember, Gemini is the twin. There could be two opportunities, two paths that eventually merge at one point for you. Okay? You create your reality. Yeah? But you see, he's holding the Magician's baton. He's not even holding any reins. So how is he actually controlling the sphinxes here? Pure. All right? Willpower. And this is mind over matter too. All right? So that's why the Six of Swords is so important. You're good. You're absolutely good. You're in charge, okay? You're good. You're good. Some of y'all are getting cars. Anyway. Oh gosh. Okay. So, Taurus. Second spread. So we're gonna take a look. I want to see career. We're gonna look at love. We're gonna look at. Okay. We'll do it. Anyone's welcome to join tier 3 members. You know where to find the link. Really good and legendary members. Thank you. Next week, we'll go deeper in the aspects. Okay. Taurus, y'all are amazing. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.